guys, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. We have an incense burning, so I'm going to cleanse your energy, the energy of the reading as well. And the reading for the day is, or today's reading is for the sign of Virgo. And before we get into the reading, take a few deep breaths and breathe out through your mouth, relaxing, being in this moment, centering into this moment. And letting the information for your highest good come through. All right, so before we get into your reading, I do have a candle here for you, Virgo. So the color of the candle that I wanted was not there, so we are going to use a white one for you. So you can set an intention of, having ease, clarity, or whatever you want to receive for your highest good come through. And I'm going to let this sit here. It may not be visible on camera, but it's burning. All right, so Virgo, the cards that I have pulled out here for you are Priestess of Purity with number 14, Crystalline Purity. Botanical Sea, Temple with number 9, Blooming Opportunities. So I'm getting a lot of strong Sagittarius energy, so some of you may have strong Sagittarius placements as well. And we have 31, Seahorse Spirit, Create the Unexpected. Drawing the table closer to myself for some ease. Anyway, so Virgo, with purity of Priestess, that's how I was about to pronounce it for the second time. But with Priestess of Purity, what I'm receiving is that in the light of wanting to create balance, do the right thing, which is great, which is, I do feel like it's something inherent to Virgos, in terms of being perfectionist or detail oriented. So in the light of doing that, I feel like you have exhausted yourself, to be honest, because there is this beautiful looking creature, person, being, whatever you would want to call it, but their eyes seem a little uninterested and even tired or irritated. And that's what I'm perceiving here, like your aim of wanting to have more clarity, more balance, not just have, but to be very diligent about following rules, not breaking the rules, has been so strong that it has actually exhausted you a lot, Virgo. You need to, I think it's Break the Rules, and it's a song by Charlie XCX. So I'm getting reminded of that song again, not again, oh wow, after a really long time. So it's a very fun song, maybe you should listen to it. I just want to break the rules, something like that. I don't even remember the lyrics, wow, but the song was good, the music was great, by Charlie XCX. Anyway, moving forward, that's what I'm receiving. You need to break free from this confinement you have created, in terms of, if this is not aligned with the rules I have set, and now I am not at all asking you to compromise on your integrity. Nope, not at all, because we do have Botanical Sea, Temple, which is number 9, and it's showing what has been a challenge for you. And it says blooming opportunities. It's more so because I feel like you might have resorted to traditional rules, or set of rules, or rules that have been working for people, but it's and if you've been at it for a really long time, because with 9, I'm receiving 9 of Wands energy, the wounded warrior. So you have been working diligently on this, Virgo, but it's not actualizing the way you want it to. It's not coming to the surface. You've been feeding the surface, you've been feeding and nourishing the seed, this plant, but it's not coming to the surface. It's because with the Seahorse Spirit being the advice here. So these days I'm watching a show, it's called Strong Girl Gangnam Suit. It's a K-drama, but the interesting, and it's a spoiler alert, just warning you guys. But within that series, the antidote is that of the antidote to a drug is the blood of a seahorse. That's how the storyline is. And what I'm receiving with the Seahorse Spirit number 31 and Create the Unexpected is that I feel like, don't put your creativity power onto the back burner or back into the shelf. Take it out and create the unexpected right now. That is the advice coming through very strongly, because just sticking to rules, I mean, following the rules, playing with the rules is great. I feel like that's what you need to do. You need to play with the rules. You've been following the rules, but you now need to to break the rules, you need to know the rules, is what I have heard somewhere. But I do feel like that's very practical and a true advice, or something that does make sense. So you have known, you know the rules, not just known the rules, you know the rules at like the back of your hand, right? So now you need to break free and create something unexpected, something that is a true representation of what your core energy is, Virgo. That's what is coming through here. Because I feel like with the 9 number being, and I was also getting reminded of people who do resonate with, you may get your period or menstrual cycle very soon, is what I'm receiving. So maybe that is also true. So aligning with your moon cycle as well, do the unexpected, because with Virgo, what I do feel like, with, I'm using the word a lot, but anyway, perfectionism wise, being consistent might be something that you are hell bent on, which is great. But what can consistency look like for you? How can consistency be sustainable for you? The reason I am talking about this is when I remember when I get, reminded of the moon cycle and how much goes on in one's body, especially, with those who do resonate with having their menstrual cycle. Like there's so many hormonal things going on throughout the month, and each week or few days together, clustered up together, has such a different energy. Moving with that energy, making that energy your bitch, that's what I'm getting. So you ace it, you ace that energy. So I'm not saying be derogatory with it, but essentially ace the energy flow of your body, Virgo. And maybe that is the consistency required, not a consistency that leads to burnout, that leads to exhaustion, that makes you, it's like, it is right on your end to follow the rules, but it's also exhausting you a lot. It's making you feel like, are you just moving around in circles? So break that pattern by recognizing what cycles, how does your body's cycle work, how does your mind's cycle work, how does your emotions cycle work, or how can you make your mind's and emotion cycle work for you. That's what you need to realize to create the unexpected, and you have the potential to create the unexpected right now. So I'm going to pull a few cards here, as by the way, we have these card holders now, so I'm a little fancy. Anyway, so we have we'll get into your tarot, but we do also have Veil Gatekeeper, Innate Infinite Wisdom with number 10. So with number 10 being associated with the gatekeeper energy, it's like you have gate kept your own self with the wisdom you've had, or the wisdom you've collected rather. Now open that valve and make that wisdom into physical reality. Use that wisdom for yourself. Make use of the energies that you have. I feel like the energies or informations you've curated within your mind. What is in your energy library that is of use to you right now in every moment? What alchemy, what awareness, how do you work with your emotions, how do you work with your ideas, how do you feel when an idea comes up, what do you do when an idea comes up, what do you do in terms of your first step to actualize. Synthesize is the word coming through. So let me just check. I have my phone here. Let me check, what does synthesize mean? It's a word I keep using time and again and I forget its meaning. Combine so as to form a more complex product. Combine or compound or change, right? So synthesize the packets of energy you have within yourself, synthesize it into something bigger that you can very well do. Create the unexpected. That's the advice coming through, right? Energy, if you can't put words or logic to it, rest, ground, and understand how the energies are working between two different things. Is it harmonizing for you in your body? Does it feel light? Does it feel open? Play with that energy, right, Virgo? So now we are going to look at your tarot cards. Let's see what else does your higher self want you to know about this current situation of yours. we have the Hanged Man, and it says patience and perspective. Queen of crystals, comfort and prosperity. It is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel basically for your comfort and prosperity, you do need to have a change in perspective. And we did have that alarm, or sorry, notification going off. How does it get any better? And that is also at 1400 hours, which is your first card, number 14, right? So temperance energy is very strong here, and Sagittarius energy, as I was mentioning. I feel like higher knowledge, spiritual knowledge is very deep in this file. Oh wow, in the workers that I'm tapping into. So get access, not just get access, tap into your spiritual potency and synthesize it in a way that can be practically used in your day-to-day life. Maybe have rituals like this. I have changed my own setup because I was feeling like these little cute altar like things, or just saging the place. These are things that I really like, and these are really small things, but I was not doing it on camera. I was doing it before the reading and I enjoyed it, but I just felt like this is also a creative part of who I am, and I really want to show it on the video as well and share it with you guys, because I do involve your energies in the reading for sure, and that's how I'm able to tap into it. And especially with the intention that you guys also have clarity, have ease, and things on those lines. So I'm not talking about me, but the point is, things, small things like these quirks, if you want to call them quirks, but it's not a quirk, or fun things that you wanted to do and you've been hiding, and it's changing the energy, shifting the energy, changing your perspective. If you stop doing it, it's really, it's like an alarm going off right now, like it did on my phone, with that notification. That is time for you to tap into it, because that is what's going to create patience and comfort for you. That's what's going to create that, final sigh of belongingness after putting in so much effort, because you're doing the masculine bit. Now you're being prompted to receive from your own feminine energy, or your own feminine. Yeah, that's why probably I did mention the menstrual cycle as well for the Virgo here. Moon is very important, and aligning with the moon, moving with the moon's energy is going to be very helpful. Setting your targets, your tasks according to the moon's energy might be a more sustainable way for you to go about in your life, Virgo, instead of fearing that, okay, I have to break my routine. Doesn't matter. Align with the purity of nature. So even one thing that I do know is, I think it was a conversation with somebody, I don't remember, but anything in its purest form is also susceptible to change as well, right? You sprinkle a dust of some other energy, it can hamper, or it can create a reaction which you could make use of in a positive way or in a productive way, or it could lead things to be a little haywire as well. Yet nothing is lost. Energy is always moving, it's always changing. Energy is never exhausted, it's not ending ever, right? It just changes form. So in that sense, what can you do to change the energy and maintain the purity? Because the purity is representing your integrity, Virgo. So you can maintain that integrity with yourself. The only person you need to be honest with is brutally be honest with yourself, and then take actions or make choices that create joy for you, which is not at the expense of anybody else. And I'm sure you don't do that. Whenever you align with your truest self, it's not going to hamper somebody else, right? So when you do that, when you have that change in perspective, when you are changing the perspective of as to are you taking care of yourself, are you going behind these detail stuff, or looking for the devil in the details? Are you doing that from a place of abundance, from a place of fun, creativity, or are you doing that from a place of, oh, okay, I need to follow this, otherwise I will not get the result that I want? That's a very different perspective from the perspective that's fun for you. Create something unexpected. That's what you need to do, so that you have comfort and prosperity. Because I feel like what you may have not been recognizing is your comfort and prosperity is in you being wholly you, and experiencing the unexpected, moving with the unexpected, and having creative solutions because you have a wealth of wisdom. You are the gatekeeper of innate infinite wisdom with this veil gatekeeper. And we do have Manta Ray, Mother number 12 again. So a lot of synchronicities for this collective I'm tapping into. And we have the Manta Ray Mother says compassionate kindness. That's what you need to show yourself. All right. And we have, so I'm going to place this card here. You know, I'm just too excited to try this out for the first time. And we have Emperor Focus Stability. So see, these are also new things that I've tried, not just this altar thing, right? And that again, it's like with the Emperor being, with the keywords for Emperor being stability, focus here, that's again, something that you've been craving with comfort, prosperity. And what you need to know is you need to do that, and that unexpected thing which you may be refraining from, but it's fun for you, you enjoy it, but that's what's going to create the unexpected. It's right, you are right at the precipice of ending a journey, because we do have 9 here. I was also getting Sagittarius energy, so I do feel like maybe some travel or higher education in some way, shape or form is coming your way. That's another thing coming through. Anything else? Yeah, I'm just going to I did see the 2 of icons, and it says insight and focus. So move inwards, move inside, have that insight. All right, so I'm going to pull one last card from this deck as a thought or journal prompt. I was just checking if that card was to be shared or not, but apparently not. Now we have for you, how does it get any better than this? What do we have? This is not the end. I think that's a message, complete message in itself. And I feel like I want to pull out one more card for you. We have, okay. Wow, is now the time for action or for change or for silence? What does your awareness say, Virgo? Is now the time for action, change, or silence? So Virgo, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape or form. Your candle will keep burning. Do with the white color, especially the color that I was receiving for you was yellow. So all of this is around solar plexus, self-confidence energy a lot. Emperor does remind me of self-actualization. So that's, and we have Ace of Icons, creative force, confidence. So that it's about confidence, and know that it's in your quirky, fun, little small things where your confidence that you've been missing lies. It's not that your entire confidence is missing, but the one that you've been seeking, that's where it lies. So Virgo, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye-bye.